So, a couple days ago, Paramount finally released a trailer along with all 10 episodes of the new Among Us show, which are currently streaming on Paramount Plus. Now, when I first heard about this, I was really surprised. We hadn't heard any news about the status of the show since 2024, which was when it supposedly wrapped productions. And then after that, everything just fell silent. There were no updates, no release dates, no marketing. There was nothing. And now on a random Friday night, they just decide to drop the entire show out of nowhere. I'm actually really curious why it took them so long to release the show and the lack of updates they gave. I bet that a lot of people thought that they had actually canceled the show. It seemed like the company just forgot that they made this project. If they didn't even care to market it, why did they even bother releasing it? When they originally announced the show in 2023, the game had already lost a lot of popularity from that 2020 peak era, and now 3 years later the game has lost even more players. This show just has such a weird and funny timeline and history behind it, and it definitely made me interested in the quality of the show itself. Anyways, by the looks of it and by me watching some of the first episode, the show is actually not that bad at all. The show's director is Owen Dennis, who also made Infinity Train, and looking at the cast, there's actually some talent here with Randall Park, Elijah Woods, Ashley Johnson. The show actually seems decent. The animation looks expressive and smooth, and it fits the style of the game really well. The voice acting is pretty good. It seems like they're actually trying to make a somewhat interesting, suspenseful murder mystery that actually makes you think. The writing is also pretty good. There are some good jokes and funny moments from what I watched, and the show doesn't seem like it's trying to dumb down the writing for the audience. Also, it seems like the show isn't scared to have some adult jokes or gore. I also heard that there were some pretty brutal deaths later on in the show. Overall, from my watch, this seems like a show that is way better than it has any right to be, and it seems like the people making it were actually trying to make a good show. In a world where many adaptations of famous video games usually fall flat, it's refreshing to see a show that actually feels like there's some passion behind it. All I'm wondering is why Paramount was so hesitant in releasing this show. Anyways, the first episode is free to watch on YouTube right now, and the rest of the show is out on Paramount Plus. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This was, I guess, just a weird turn of events. Alright, bye.